Let's talk about eating the frog, which essentially means doing the hard thing first or getting the hard thing over with. If you saw a couple of videos ago, I talked about changing my sound system in my room. Ever since I got JBLs, it just has not sounded the same. And I am praising Turbo Sound. It's always done a really good job for me in my space. So in the midst of changing the speakers and trying to get everything going, and if you saw my stories, you know that I came in after hours and tried to work on it as well, it still just didn't quite sound the same. And these Christina Giroux Power and Flow ears know what it should sound like in this space. In the meantime, since posting that last video, I have changed out one of my subs, which is a JBL sub, and I changed it to a Turbo Sound sub. And my immediate thought was, can I have one JBL sub and one Turbo Sound sub? Probably not, but I'm gonna go check it out. I have a couple on hand. I'll just bring one in and see. Because my one sub crashed. I don't know if you remember that, but it crashed. So I plugged in one sub, it worked immediately, amazing. But the sound still was kind of crazy, and so I was like, well, maybe it's because it's a different brand. Lo and behold, my other sub did not like that I had a second sub that wasn't the same brand with it. So all that to say, today I realized after coming in and teaching 2 classes that the sub just wasn't pushing out like it needed to, more than likely because it was 2 different brands. So before I left the studio, I distinctly told my sister, like, they're just gonna have to deal with it. The class is tomorrow, I'm gonna have to deal with it. I'm not coming back in, I won't come back in. I've got stuff I've gotta get done. I don't wanna make the trip. But all the way on the way home, all I thought about was the sound system. When I parked my car, I thought about the sound system. When I got into the house, 30 minutes went by and I was still thinking about this freaking sound system. So I said, you know what? It's better if I just eat the frog and get this done now and see if this can be a solution. I got my other sub, Turbo Sound sub, put it in the car and came here. And for the last hour and a half, I have been testing the sound, adjusting the sound, and getting it ready for not only my in-studio room, but for my on-demand as well. I think I finally got it to where it needs to be. So 2 Turbo Sound subs with 4 JBL speakers, and I think I got it sounding pretty darn good. I will say that if I can rechange or switch out my JBLs back to Turbo speakers, it will sound 1,000% like Power and Flow, but I think we're at 99% right now, and I'm pretty happy with it. Of course, we've already established that it sounds a lot different from when bodies are in the room versus when they're not, but I think for now, I did a pretty good job. So I'll have to rely on my team. Let me know if anything sounded a bit off, but my little spidey senses say that we did a pretty good job. So Turbo Sound for the win. Eat the frog, it's over with, and most importantly, I now have this off my brain and I can go home and enjoy the rest of my day without having to worry about coming in tomorrow. So, it's done. See you later.